Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at Noon.
2 pedestrians hit in less than 6 hours on the same Lexington road.
As cold weather moves into the bluegrass, shelter workers are scrambling to take care of those with no place to go.
Well, we're sitting with some cold air filtering on in, but let me just show you something. That's not even the coldest air that's going to be funneling on in here. We still have that back toward the north and northwest. It gets colder the next several days than what you're feeling outside right now. I'll show you that forecast coming up. WKYT News at Noon starts right now.
Good afternoon and welcome to WKYT News. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Barbara Bailey. The Arctic chill that's gripping the upper Midwest and Rockies, it's heading this way.
It's already here. In fact, temperatures have already tumbled nearly 25 degrees since yesterday, and it's only going to get colder over the next few days. Let's go to WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris live in our First Alert Weather Center. Micah?
Well, it's not only us like you guys were talking about. Back toward the west, northwest, setting records all over the place. And also, just checked out Denver. They are almost 50 degrees below average. So it is not only us. I mean, look, they can have that. We're still dealing with some cold air out there. We're right there in the mid-30s, and it just does not feel good. It doesn't look good either. Cloudy skies, that's not helping us out much. We might rise another 3 to about 5 degrees. That's about it. We'll get a couple of cloud breaks here and there. And as we go off into the evening, still cold. But it gets even colder. This is your warmest day on the 7-day forecast. And I'll show you how cold we go with those numbers, not just during the day, but overnight. We're looking at teens for some mornings. That comes up in a few minutes.
All right, Micah, thank you. With temperatures dropping even more across the bluegrass in coming days, many organizations are scrambling to prepare. While some people may have had a chance to stock up on warm clothes, others may not have been as fortunate. WKYT's Sean Moody has more on how the city plans to care for the homeless and how you can help. He continues our top story team coverage at noon. Sean?
Over the next couple of days, people who work at Lexington's shelters expect to be busy. They'll be taking care of people who don't have any place to go, as well as people who don't have heat in their homes. One thing the Community Inn needs is blankets. They use a lot of them at the shelter. And the Catholic Action Center also gives them out to families who need them.
Everyone will be picking them up and getting them out today, so we're very pleased at the community response to help get them out.
These came in this morning, and they're expecting about 1,000 more from the Christian Appalachian Project. A lot of those will go to agencies in town who will then pass them along to families who need them. Ramsey says she expects the Community Inn will be busy over the next few days.
Oh, we'll be full. Every place will be full.
And she says the Catholic Action Center will also be open for people who don't have heat in their homes.
People have a place to gather, to watch TV, to use the restroom, to have hot meals, and to simply stay safe out of this shock from Mother Nature.
And if you want to help out, Ramsey says the things they need most right now are hats, coats, gloves, socks, blankets, and toilet paper. In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Sean, thank you. And to find out about how you can help as well, look for this story on WKYT.com. The official start of winter still nearly 6 weeks away, but you couldn't tell by looking at parts of the Midwest. Many areas covered in snow and ice thanks to that harsh weather system from Alaska. The storm dumped as much as 25 inches of snow in parts of Michigan's upper peninsula, and more is expected before the storm ends today. Up to 18 inches fell in northern Wisconsin, and parts of central Minnesota received more than 16 inches.
Here it comes. All right, we have a sad update this noon hour on a pedestrian who was hit in Lexington. The Fayette County coroner now says the man has died. He was one of 3 people struck in 3 separate accidents. The first happened yesterday afternoon along Henry Clay Boulevard. Then late last night, a man was hit near North Broadway and Loudon Avenue. And a few hours later, a woman was struck in that same area. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is at the scene with the latest on that.
In less than 6 hours, 2 different accidents involving pedestrians happened on this stretch of road near the North Broadway and West Loudon intersection. Police say this busy road is a place where people crossing the street need to pay extra attention. Around 7 o'clock last night, police say a car turning right hit a man staggering across this intersection. Then a little after midnight, a truck hit a woman while she was crossing the road near Rite Aid. This intersection sees a lot of traffic pass by as well as foot traffic.
We have people who do not wait for the crosswalk lights. They walk outside of the crosswalk. We have people who are darting in and out of traffic. I think if you spend a little bit of time here at the intersection, you can observe the foot traffic and see where it's coming from and where it's going to.
This morning we noticed a lot of walkers coming from the direction of the Hope Center. While police say pedestrians need to be aware of when they can cross, some we talked to say they're not the problem.
People, they do not stop you, I'm telling you. When you're walking across this intersection, you're taking your life in your hands. Because they'll turn left there, they'll go right there. They don't care if you're walking or not. They try to get you, I think.
Just moments before we talked to Claudetta, we watched her begin to cross the road and have to jump out of a car's way.
I wait till the lights change till I got my walk signal. They still don't care. You saw that right there. They don't care if it's a walk signal or not. They're still going to turn.
And we're told the heaviest time for foot traffic in this area is around lunchtime. In Lexington, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
Whitney, thank you very much. The coroner has identified the victim as 60-year-old William Barber of Lexington, and officials tell us the woman in this morning's accident is expected to recover. The woman who was hit yesterday evening on Henry Clay only suffered minor injuries. Well, it was a different kind of traffic mess this morning in Lexington after some cows got loose out on the interstate. Police were slowing traffic around 7 this morning in the southbound lanes near the Newtown Pike exit. Several cows got out of a nearby farm. Only one of them actually managed to make it out onto the interstate itself. It didn't cause any crashes, but police say the cows did cause a slowdown during the morning commute.
Well, the search continues for 2 inmates who escaped from a southern Kentucky jail. Jordan Luttrell and Thomas Wilson escaped from the Adair County Jail yesterday. Police say the men simply walked out the front door. It took nearly an hour before the jail staff noticed they were missing. They think someone may have picked the 2 up in a white 2004 Chevy Cavalier. A Lexington mother will face a judge in less than an hour charged with abandoning her infant while she shoplifted. Police say Samantha Lyons was with her 9-month-old child when she tried to steal from the Hamburg Walmart. When confronted by loss prevention, police say she ran out of the store, leaving her child behind. Lyons is charged now with abandonment of a minor.
Investigators are still looking into the cause of a late-night house fire in Lexington. The fire broke out last evening on Traveler Road off Parker's Mill Road. It started outside of the house, but firefighters were able to keep it from spreading. They were there for some time. A woman inside at the time did manage to get out safely. Police have released their final report in the death investigation of a University of Louisville cheerleader. Danny Cogswell died over the summer from what the coroner there called a multi-drug overdose. A Louisville TV station reports that Cogswell was found in a U of L football player's apartment. And her sister told detectives that Cogswell had a problem with drugs for a couple of years before she died.
Kentucky Baptists have voted to sever ties with the Louisville church that's open to performing same-sex marriages. The Kentucky Baptist Convention voted overwhelmingly to end its long-standing relationship with Crescent Hill Baptist Church. The church's pastor, the Reverend Jason Crosby, says the church is also open to ordaining gay, lesbian, transgender, and bisexual members. Yesterday, Crosby made a plea to allow the church to remain a part of the convention. Well, some new innovative rehab equipment is helping patients at Cardinal Hill Rehabilitation Hospital get back on their feet.
The hospital unveiled the high-tech robotics this morning, and they gave WKYT a look at the capabilities. WKYT's Rebecca Smith shows us how it works.
This isn't just any old machine. It's one of only 2 in the United States used to help speed in the pediatric physical therapy process. Sophisticated robotic technology allows patients like 3-year-old Dalton Baker to try and get back on his feet. Dalton was in a car accident, but is making improvements with lower leg movements every day. Physical therapists like the GEO machine because it allows for more to be done in a shorter amount of time. Moms like Dalton's like it for that very same reason.
We weren't really seeing any motion in like the lower calf muscles, so now they're engaging. This is just helping him with his gait pattern. He's doing more endurance with it, more than like the PT therapist could give him.
Even though Cardinal Hill got the machine about 6 months ago and has been using it on a trial basis, today is when they announced that they actually purchased the machine. They're hoping to help many more families with the physical rehabilitation process. In Lexington, Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
Rebecca, thank you. And Cardinal Hill has another machine with similar capabilities, but the new one makes it easier for pediatric patients to get the help they need. Well, a second city barbecue location is set to open up in Lexington this winter.
The grand opening ceremony will be held at the new restaurant on Harrodsburg Road December 13th. It's being built in front of the University of Kentucky Clinic and beside Walgreens drugstore on the old Turfland Mall site. According to the Herald Leader, it will be 3,000 square feet and also include an outdoor patio. City Barbecue will be offering samples to guests and encouraging UK students and fans attending the North Carolina basketball game to join the festivities and stop by before or after the game. The first Lexington location on Richmond Road opened in June of 2012.